So, not long after the previous chapter, we already have another Chainsaw Man chapter to cover. And I know you guys will like this one because it is really action-packed. But please like and subscribe, it really helps the small channel grow. I'm very surprised that in only a few videos I've already had some amazing support from people. So if we could keep up this momentum, I would be so happy. And of course, we are going to get into some theories and discussions at the end. Now, quickly going over the previous chapter, we see Yoshida take off Asa's arm and aim to kill her. The Fire Devil is also revealed, and as people stare into the fire, they change into Chainsaw People. War erupts on the streets between the church and public safety, while Barham explains the church's plans and that the Death Devil will appear. Devil hunters begin engaging in combat with the now transformed followers in the streets, and Nayata states that she finally realizes Fami's plan to slay the Death Devil, which is to make everyone on Earth afraid of Chainsaw Man and war, causing their respective devils to become much more powerful than the Death Devil and capable of killing her. This takes us to the recent chapter 147, called Cremation. It starts off with Barham congratulating the former Makima and says to Denji that he can't afford him to chicken out and to go wild. Denji though stares at him blankly. Out of the blue, Barham shouts to the crowd of Chainsaw People around him, stating that Chainsaw Man has spoken to him and that Nayata is a witch who will plunge the world into darkness and needs to die. The Chainsaw People rush at them, but someone steps in to save the group, and it's Quan Chi, who decapitates the attackers and grabs Denji, Nayata and Fumiko. She jumps down from their spot, and whilst they're falling, Quan Chi bites into Fumiko, drawing blood from the wound into her mouth. And as she lands on the streets below, her legs slam into the ground, breaking both of them. The blood, however, from biting Fumiko allows her to heal quickly, while the Chainsaw People take notice of their presence. As they rush towards them, Quan Chi barely moves before lunging in a flash and slicing the attackers to pieces. As body parts spray through the air, Barham comments on how Quan Chi is like a manga character come to life, which is ironic since they're in a manga. Denji asks what the hell as he looks at the carnage around him. People are being torn apart left, right and center, fire destroys buildings around them, and bodies litter the streets, being lined up by the survivors. This is absolute chaos. Bodies burn in the streets as a police car announces that this is a mass devil outbreak, and those who have taken the devil extermination exam need to help with suppressing these devils. A public safety officer comments on if the burning of the bodies is necessary, and another replies that these pseudo Chainsaw People can be revived just like Chainsaw Man. And so then burning the bodies is the best course of action. As Denji and the group stare in shock, an old man points at Denji, shouting that he knows him and that Denji is a Chainsaw Man wannabe. To which Denji is surprised and shouts in disbelief. The chapter then abruptly ends there, and while there was a lot of action and some awesome moments of Quan Chi doing absolutely badass things, it was surprisingly short. The shortness of the chapters isn't uncommon, as throughout this arc there have been some chapters with pretty much less than 10 pages. But I guess I expected more since last chapter was a really nice long one with some great writing. However, there are some things that I'd like to get into, like how badass Quan Chi is and what she can do. I love how she breaks her legs upon jumping that high, but didn't even wince or flinch in pain at all. Just took it like a champ and healed up ready to attack again. The fighting that followed was great, and Fujimoto is really trying to use his visual skills to show us the absolute carnage that is unraveling in the city and just how many people are getting killed. And this is leading us to the old man who accused Denji at the end of the chapter. His role in the story is to represent the rising fear and hatred for Chainsaw Man, how people's worldview of Chainsaw Man himself has changed since the start of the war, and how they feel about him now. I'm assuming the next chapter will start off with people agreeing with the old man and surrounding Denji whilst they try and hurt him for liking Chainsaw Man. This could lead to Denji being isolated and being forced to change his thoughts on his role in this war. And as Chainsaw Man fans, I'm sure we'd actually love to see Denji try and do something in the next chapters. It does kind of feel like he's been pushed to the sidelines and just reacts to things in a confused manner. Even though this arc is an allegory to Chainsaw Man fans being obsessed over the brutal nature of its main character, I need to just see a little more movement from Fujimoto and Denji specifically. So it is coming to the end of this video, and I know it's a really short video, but it was a short chapter, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching to the end. I know I've said it a lot in my recent videos, but I plan on continuing doing chapter reviews and then every now and again producing creative content. But thank you guys again, please like and subscribe so I can make future videos, and if I get 200 subscribers by Christmas,